always talked about this, but there's 4 ways. There's like a learning cycle.
Yeah.
I call it like 4 steps. And the step 1 is observation. Right? Like before I can learn something, I have to observe it in action. So generally we're in a classroom environment, you're teaching a technique, I'm observing you teach that technique. And that's where I start to internalize the concept of what this thing is I'm going to learn. The second step is practice. And to me, practice is when you have to think your way through executing a new idea or technique. Right? So like I learned the armbar for you, and now okay, so I grab here and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's awkward, it's clumsy,
Yeah.
but it's starting to make that idea in your head real. The third step is drilling. Now with whatever iteration I have understanding, I'm going to drill this to 100% of my ability. And my opponent, we might orchestrate a sequence where we go back and forth, light resistance, but I'm doing it 100% of my ability. It's the most difficult part of learning, in my opinion, because the drilling part is what's going to build speed, proficiency, timing.
Yeah.
The final step is sparring or live combat. And that step is your feedback loop.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to get someone who's actually resisting you, and it's going to plug back in. After you finish that match, you're going to look back in your memory and observe what went wrong, what went right. Practice out the mistake. Now drill the new iteration.
Try again.
Spar and feedback, right?
It seems like to me you're describing a scientific method. When you said first step, and you said observation, I'm like, oh, I know that. Because it's kind of what you're doing, though, because you have that trial phase, and then you have your theory at the end, and then if the theory is no good, you observe why it's wrong, start all over again and correct it, right? And that's how you evolve. That's the process of evolution there.